Hello everybody. Thank you for that great class on yesterday. Oh, I'm going to try to speak louder this time. Good luck to me. We covered a whole lot of stuff that time, that day in that brief hour. So I'm going to try to review it with this series of videos. So they'll be marked video lesson 2, video 1, etc. So we're going to start with where we got to later on in the hour, which was on the fifths. And we're going to start to them because although I didn't call them that, that's where we were beginning. So we're going to keep our blue Fs and our third finger this time occupied. You might remember we tucked the 2 in and we put the 1 down there. And we spent our time doing a few close, move, opens on the blue F like this. Close, move, open. I think we were also doing the reds, but for now, let's let the blue be the 3. 2, open. 2, open. 2, open. Move, open. Note that every time I'm closing, my whole hand is closing and my whole hand opens. Well, at least the 3, 4, 5. Open. We also practiced a bit with our thumbs, and I'm going to do that now. We'll start just by putting the thumbs only on the red string. So when the thumbs are playing, these fingers are down or tucked in, but better to be a bit loose. And then you can see what happens. When the thumb closes, the rest of the fingers just want to close too because they are trained. Here we go. 1, 2, open. So I'm going for the red C. 2, open. 2, open. 2, open. 2, open. 2, open. I might be going a little fast. 2, open. There we go. Now, the next stage along there, although we got to it much later, would be combining those two. First of all, we can play with more than one finger on at a time. That gives us some help because it helps locate our fingers and helps connect them. There's a difference between the sound here and this sound, which you'll be able to hear for yourself, I hope, on the video. All right. And very often we don't want that sort of choppy sound. If we're playing a beautiful romantic tune, we don't want it to go up, 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 up. We want a rather sound. So if we're looking for that, we need to practice the skills to get us there. So we're going to put the 3, just like it was on the blue F. We're going to put the thumb on the red C. And the thumb plays while the 3 is there. Now we're going to try not to squeeze it, try not to do anything to keep all of this as soft as can be, and just play the thumb. It's inevitable though, there'll be a little bit of movement in there, but not very much. And where does the thumb finish? Right there. And when it goes back, it tries to just repeat the trajectory it took to get there. And back. Let's do some with the right hand so you can see that, and you can change hands if you're playing along. Thumb, down, and back up. And look at how the movement opens up from here. Oops. I have to hold a string that isn't the one I'm playing. And back up. I'm just trying to point to the place that's going on. And notice also that everything's round. These knuckles are forward. This knuckle is forward. A big nice space in there. And if you remember, I talked about this knuckle pointing up to the ceiling. Here it is pointing up to the ceiling. That's not the shape we want because what happens is that little space disappeared. We want the knuckles to point off at a 45-degree angle or so. That gives us room to play that thumb and back. And we play by pushing and letting go. And here's the 3 now, doing the same thing. It pushes this way towards you and then gives up. I stop pushing, and as I stop pushing, I let my thumb come in. Now, I don't want to do it with my whole hand. See that? Use my elbow to pull that string. Don't want to do that. Just want to push with my hand so that nothing much moves here. You can probably see it better from this side. There's my 3 playing. My hand, really, if you look at the back of I need one of those fancy video editors that show arrows. Look here. Can you do that, Megan? Megan's back pushing buttons again. All right. So we play this. We could do a lot of rehearsals of the thumb, and then a lot of rehearsals of the number 3. And then we could say, gee, could I do those both at once? The answer is, of course. Look at that. I think we began by playing them this way with 2 different hands, but we're going to take a shortcut now. Thumb plays, practice a couple times. 3 plays, notice how it's not moving. And now we're going to play them together, and notice how that's not moving. There we go. When we play open 5ths like this, this is called broken, if it's broken in 2 bits, either top to the bottom or bottom to the top, or we call it solid when we play them like this. And when you're doing well, you can go around the harp in either solid